we always try to bring few officers to interact with the students, especially those who were students before few months and now they are in the services. And today I would like to welcome Dr. Abhijeet Shevale, IAS of this year. Dr. Abhijeet is a dentist by training, IRS in a second attempt, and now IAS in a third attempt. I would like to request Pankaj sir to introduce shortly Abhijeet sir.
Few know me actually, but others, yes, I'm new. I'll come back for IAS, don't worry. I won't consume much of the time because I know you are looking forward to words from Abhijeet. A very curious question I came across in one of the batches by one of the students. Something like this. Even Abhijeet doesn't know that question. A person came to me and said, "Sir, I heard Abhijeet in that felicitation program. What exactly did you tell him so that he got through?" I don't have magic words, right? I don't have a talisman that I'll tie up around a person and get through. The distinction between people like Abhijeet and others, if there be any, it has to be hard work, sincerity of purpose, and the most important, insatiable hunger for knowledge. These three things, distinctly are different. And if we work on this, it will work out, don't worry about it. And few more things that I would like to highlight as regards this person. He had few concerns, And one of the concerns which haunted him till he got his 90th rank. By the way, he is 90 by the rank, but then if you look at the main score, he stands 6th in nation. There are number of factors in UPSC which decide your rank, number of factors, and many of them are very much subjective based on how a person perceives you. So interview is one such area where very less is in your hands. You have to just present yourself honestly and let them decide what they want to do. Unfortunately, score is little less in this interview. Previous interview was very good, so there is no hard and fast rule as such. And because of that, he slipped to 90th rank. Otherwise, he would have been there in the top 10 at least. Okay, the concern that he had throughout the journey, he always used to say, "Sir, I belong to rural area, I come from rural background. Plus, I have some concerns regarding language." I have to tell him, that is not weak point. That is your strength. If you look at it as a strength, because the moment you are from a very ordinary background, you don't need to justify why you are there, why you want this job. Plus, they have something, If you look at development administration that we talked about, that has become very important subject apart from revenue administration, I understand that. They want such people for this developmental administration. So that becomes a strength, no doubt. I said sincerity of purpose. You are here for UPSC, and people get involved in many other things apart from UPSC, I know that. Peculiar thing about this person, he was sincere, in the sense, when prelim approaches and there is a decline in the strength of the class always in the batch. And the decline sometimes is dramatic. And so much so, in his case, he used to attend, my lecture, and my class had one student, that is Abhijeet. And because of him, I had to conduct lecture for 2 hours. As regards guidance, the last thing that I'm going to talk about. See, he'll say something, okay, Pankaj sir ne ye bola, he'll say that, okay. That is generic, I'm telling you. That is generic. I talk about those things in every lecture, every batch. It is he who picked it up and most importantly implemented. So these factors are more important: hard work, sincerity of purpose, and your hunger for knowledge. I'll say these things, right? Knowledge is something that you verify, and you can present with examples. That is knowledge. If you reproduce what is there in the book, that is information. So I always stress this, that you should go for knowledge, not for the information. Information evaporates, it's temporal. Knowledge is permanent. So reason-based study, asking questions to whatever there is there in the book or newspaper or magazine that you come across, questioning that thing from all aspects, and thereby getting the aspects, various facets of that particular issue. Then you are ready for any kind of question, however it is framed, doesn't matter. He implemented that, as simple as that. It's not that I singled out Abhijeet and okay, you are supposed to be, Sachin Tendulkar. I'll keep a coin, nothing like that. So it's his efforts that has earned him this particular position. Guidance is there, it matters no doubt, in direction. But beyond that, you have to put in efforts. So that's Abhijeet from my point of view. Rest you all know, he's the topper in 90s, like all those things. I won't take much of your time. We will meet again, don't worry, for international lectures. But I'll take this opportunity for one more thing for this class. When we start IR lectures, I want all of you to learn few things which in the last batches I faced some difficulties. That is, you should ensure three things: basics of polity, basic concepts, world history, very important, post-independence history of India. They are the base for international relations lecture. Otherwise, I am supposed to get involved into all those concepts. If suppose I am talking about AIIB, that is Asian Infrastructure Development Bank, and if I say it is creating some kind of alternative to the Bretton Woods system, people are baffled. What is the Bretton Woods system? That I expect you to learn in economics lectures, not here. Right? So make sure you are through with the basics, NCERT, and these three things, and we'll meet again in international relations lectures. Thank you. I hand over the mic to Abhijeet.
Okay, so how many of you understand Marathi? Almost everybody. माझ्या पाठीमागे असं वलय दिसतंय का प्रकाशाचं? असं ब्रह्मदेवाच्या पाठीमागे वलय असतं तसं. So Pankaj sir has told about me something in exaggeration way. So I would tell that I am a common guy. So who rather believes in hard work, and I consider myself not a really good student, a very average student, but the only thing that distinguished myself and that helped me to be there at 98th position in UPSC 2014 exam is no doubt is hard work. So I want this lecture to be a dialogue rather than a monologue. So I would like to say something, or rather discuss something that is going to be really helpful for you, as you are going to be there in this field at least for 2 years. Everybody is in graduation or a graduate. How many of you under like first year, second year, third year of graduation? Who are graduates? Who are recently graduate, like they have finished the graduation recently. So almost 60-70% of class. So in 2012, January 2012, I was in your place, and there are some factors that I'm going to discuss about, which will, or rather which might help you. I would not use will, which might help you. But rather than giving you lectures, I would like to address some basic problems, or say some basic queries that are being faced by new aspirants while being in somewhat initial preparation. Fine, everybody? Yes, sir. I want this class to be energetic. Have you given 2 attempts, 3 attempts, 4 attempts? Anybody? Everybody is going to attempt civil services 2016? Fine? So, we'll discuss some things. You might face some problem while preparing. So, I want all of you to come up with their queries so that I can address them, or otherwise, I would try to address them, not address, but yeah, I would like to give some advice. So, I request you to please come up and ask me some questions or difficulties that you are facing right now. Okay, fine?
Yes, sir.
Why so much of
Yes, sir.
I have taken 2 lectures in Unique Academy, and this is the academy, or this is the lecture. Like I always say that Unique Academy is very energetic, active. Their students are really active, but now suddenly the mood. So coming back to the point, I would like to address some basic issues which can be helpful to you. Anybody who is going to do the inauguration? First question. Anybody? Yeah.
Management of time.
Management of time. Time management. Okay. Second. Anybody? Current affairs. Okay. Newspaper.
How to keep continuity in studies.
Okay. Persistence. Consistency. Am I legible?
Notes of the newspaper.
Okay, newspaper. Okay. Yeah, very important question. What to avoid? Very subjective question. Yeah. Next. Yeah.
Use of internet.
Use of internet. Really good point. Can somebody note it down so that we can rub the blackboard and then start discussing again? Anybody more? Huh?
I don't think what is that smart work.
Okay, hard work versus smart work. Okay. Huh? I'm very happy that some backbenchers are asking questions. Really happy, huh? Yeah, Lani.
So question paper analysis.
Analysis of question paper. Okay. Writing skill. Yeah. Yeah.
That's mental ability.
Okay. CSAT. Okay. Revision. Oh. Trust.
Group study.
Group study. Okay. Okay, notes will cover in notes, micro notes. Okay.
Sir, how to get the concept of
Quality. I'm coming across some really interesting doubts. Yeah. Anybody?
language problem regarding
Great. Language problem.
Was that because I mentioned political science?
Okay, language. Okay, optional. Has anybody chosen is optional or her optional?
Yes.
All of you.
All of you? No? Okay.
Essay writing.
Okay, essay writing. So we cover the syllabus, whole syllabus, essay, polity, economics.
Writing skills पे होना चाहिए.
Okay. How to use class notes?
Prepare class notes. That is first thing.
Sir, personality development.
Personality development. Am I looking too smart? Personality development. Okay.
Sir, how to prepare magazine?
How to prepare?
Magazine?
You want to publish it?
No, sir.
His question was how to prepare magazines. Okay. So whether
Study like.
okay, magazines, yeah. Take it lightly. Done. 18 points on your UPSC is done.
I have 1 point.
Yeah.
Language.
Language has it.
अच्छा है.
Understanding of the complex issue.
Okay. Yeah. What can I say for that? Understanding concepts. Okay. Interview technique. Okay. Okay. Anything more? Does anybody want to add something? So I think, yeah, approach. Approach. What do you mean by approach? Oh, so okay, approach. Okay, study material. I will discuss it in depth. Okay. Anything more? Anybody? Yeah.
What are the reasons that you did not go through it in your first?
Very good question. Mistakes. Okay. Sorry? Yeah, it will be covered under study materials.
What if anyone has public speaking?
Sorry?
If anyone is fear of public speaking?
Okay. Public speaking. Okay. Anything more? Anything more you want me to dictate or say discuss about? Done? 23 points are there. Fine, everybody. Done class, huh? My optional was geography, sorry. I could not clear, sir. Geography optional. Okay. Already covered optional. Selection of optional and my optional. Yeah.
Was that important for you?
Okay. You have gone through my autobiography or something like that. Oh, yeah. Delhi. Okay. Huh? And I really respect you. You are sitting like on fourth bencher. Anybody has traveled through local, Mumbai local? So they know the importance of fourth seat. Patience, perseverance. Yeah, patience. Okay. Anything more? Stress management, I think it's been already covered. No? Yeah. Okay, stress management. Okay. Anything more? Fine? Done? Okay. So, how many of you know me? 1, half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 people. Even though I have cleared UPSC. Okay, not bad. Okay. Coming back to the point. What UPSC is all about? How to crack the nut? Nah? How to crack UPSC? In first attempt?
Yes.
First attempt IAS?
Yes.
Top 10?
Yes.
Rana? Okay. So we'll discuss some issues that are very pertinent and that are very related to UPSC. So that was the major reason that I noted down some points, and I would like to discuss those points with you. But before that, how many of you think that UPSC needs coaching? UPSC needs coaching. Whether you are coming to classes or anybody, be free, yaar, come on. How many of you think that UPSC needs coaching? Okay. So many of you guys don't think that they need coaching, but they still have come to class. Okay, fine, no problem. So I got your purpose, why you are coming to class. But trust me, other than Pankaj Bhatte sir and some of my seniors, I did not attend any class for preliminaries. He was teaching me in some private academy, and the most important thing that during my preparation he told me that how to study for UPSC. एक मराठी हिंदी पिक्चर किती जण बघता हो? तुम जो आए जिंदगी में बाहर काहीतरी गाणं आहे ना ते? तुम जो आए जिंदगी में बात बन गई. ओके, असं काहीतरी झालं. The reason I am discussing here, I want to pay tribute to him. Because of him, I am here, and I am speaking here. I am speaking here in front of, say, 200 guys. How many of you? 250 plus, and that too in English. More important, because I come from a rural background. I come from a family which has 22 members. Their main occupation is farming. I come from a village whose population is 2000. I come from a family where almost 14 to 15 people work in my farm. I have done my basic education, primary education in Marathi. Not many adverse factors. No?
Yes.
Nothing? Everything fine? Till date? Everything going fine. How many of you from Pune or say Mumbai? Many of you are not from Pune, so almost 15%, 10% are from Pune, Mumbai. How many of you from district place? District place. Whether it is Pune, Mumbai, Wardha, Nagpur, Jalgaon, Kolhapur, Sangli, Satara. District place. Please be bold now. Come on. Okay, almost 40-50% of class district place. Fine. Okay. I come from a village place, and many of you face the same problem, language, right? When I started preparing for UPSC, seriously I did not know what is the difference between President and Prime Minister. Seriously. To be very frank, to be very honest to me, I did not know the difference. I knew मराठीमध्ये काय म्हणतात पंतप्रधान आणि राष्ट्रपती. I knew, but my English was such a fantastic, like awesome, that I did not know anything. I did not know what is Council of Minister. I did not know what is cabinet, the difference between them. But still, I am here, right? So, what might have been the reason behind this spectacular success? What do you think? Hard work. Anything more than this? Proper guidance, very important. Yeah? Huh? Self-confidence. I was very underconfident till the day I cleared UPSC with rank 90. Okay? Anything more? Perseverance, yeah? How many of you know the meaning of perseverance?
It's a very particular question.
Okay, so what changed me from a common guy who completed his graduation in 2011, he started his preparation in January 2012, he failed in first attempt in prelim itself, then in second attempt he was there with rank 354, and in third attempt he is there with rank 90. Doesn't it seem quite magical? Quite magical. The guy who is coming from rural background, he does not know how to write in English. He does not know, because that is being mostly done by many of aspirants, mugging up the facts and writing the papers. He has done throughout his primary education, he has done the same thing. But here where was the real taste, because UPSC was a different ballgame. UPSC was a different ballgame, and in the first attempt itself, I came to know what UPSC is all about. I started preparing in February 2012. I gave my prelim first attempt, that is really crucial. On 26th of May 2012, I failed, and the result came out 28th July 2012. I took a break for 15 days. I seriously went through my mistakes, what were my mistakes, and what can be done so that I can clear this exam in next attempt. And to my fortune, I consider myself very fortunate that I came across some really good personalities, and one of them is Pankaj Bhatte sir. The reason is when I started preparing for UPSC, I was just mugging up the facts. Any joke, please, guys, any joke, we'll laugh together. Please. Okay. So ഇവിടെ നോക്കോ. So we are revolving around the same thing. Pankaj, what they say. Okay, fine.
Mistakes in the field.
Yeah. Mugging up the thing was the major mistake done by me. Mugging up the facts, just not going through the syllabus and just appearing the exam for the sake of exam was my real mistake. And I just want to tell you some mistake that were done by me in first attempt. So very personal question I would like to ask you. Shall I?
Yes.
So everybody is going to be honest, very honest?
Yes.
So my question is, you are going to be very honest?
Yes.
How many of you have boyfriend or girlfriend? Please be bold. Nobody. Not even a single person. Oh, great. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 people. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Be bold. You are going to be an administrator. Be bold. Only 11 people out of 250.
Non-reported cases are there.
Non-reported cases are there. But I really find, I really don't find a space on Jhat Bridge. How can it be possible? How many of you know Jhat Bridge? खूप गर्दी असते ना Jhat Bridge वरती 7-8 वाजता. Coming back to the mistakes. How many of you, those with boyfriend or girlfriend, spend at least half an hour per day? At least half an hour. 11 people. So you must be spending 2 hours per day. 2 hours. Really pertinent question. Very important question. When I failed in first attempt, I thought somewhere I failed because of my girlfriend. When I gave my second attempt, I secured rank of 354. In third attempt, I secured rank 90.
96.
Yeah, in mains, my score is equivalent to 6th ranker. And now I tell everybody that the same girlfriend is responsible here. And that same girlfriend is going to be my wife. So, the one thing that I want to tell you, that there were situations where I thought that many people are responsible for my failure. I was not singling out me as a reason for the failure. But when I introspected myself, and it came to my notice that there are many things that I did not take care of. The reason being, I was new to Pune. I had just completed my graduation in Mumbai, 2011 November. I came to Pune. I found Pune a very strange place. Anybody to Mumbai? Anybody has gone? Anybody from Mumbai or has visited Mumbai? So Mumbai is such a fantastic place that when you go to any other place, rather barring some metro cities, so when you land up in some other cities, you find that homesickness or rather a loneliness here. And it was also the major reason. Then I could not find some value of the inputs from my seniors. But when I ended up with failure in prelim examination, I thought I failed because of my girlfriend. But I was making some mistake, or rather a grave mistake, that I was ignoring my mistakes. So, किती जणांना हे वाक्य माहिती आहे की यशाला खूप बाप असतात पण अपयश हे अनाथ असतात. माहिती आहे वाक्य? आता सेकंड अटेम्प्ट किंवा थर्ड अटेम्प्ट मध्ये मी 90 आलोय, मी IAS बनणार आहे. सो मेनी पीपल कम टू मी अँड कॉंग्रॅच्युलेट मी अँड से या हा माझा रिलेटिव्ह आहे, हा इथून रिलेटिव्ह लागतो, एवढा लांबून, हा असं तसं. अँड द सेम पीपल वेर आस्किंग टू माय फॅमिली मेंबर्स, तुमचा मुलगा यार डॉक्टर झालाय, आता लग्न करून टाकलाय की. हाऊ मेनी ऑफ यू कम अक्रॉस सेम सिच्युएशन? मेनी ऑफ यू. बिकॉज द थिंग इज our family really does not care about our future. They care about your well-being. But your relatives or say many of your friends do care what he is going to do. They really care. Even if they don't mind where you land up. They don't mind. But they just are inquisitive, too much inquisitive. So coming back to the point, the first thing I want to tell you is accept your mistakes. The mistakes are done by you, that were done by you. So first accept your mistakes, and that would be the founding stone for your success. Are you going with me?
Yes.
Fine. Yes. Any doubt till date? Anybody wants my girlfriend name? Okay. Coming back to the point, I just want to discuss out some queries that were asked by you. First, time management. Tata, McGraw-Hill, TM. Okay. Time management. How many of you have 25 hours in a day? How many of you? Nobody? Okay. So everybody has 24 hours? Everybody? So I just want some answers, some genuine answers. For how many hours you sleep? 6, 7, 8, 12, 16. At max? 8? 8? Fine. Anybody more than this? Nishachar? Anybody? No? So you are left with, am I audible there? Last day? Okay. So you are left with 16 hours. So what do you do in those 16 hours? College, 7 to 8 hours. More than that? 9 hours? 6 hours? So we'll take an average, say 9 hours a day. Okay. Those boyfriend girlfriend people, 8 hours. So what do you do in those 8 hours? Attending lectures? 2 hours, 3 hours? 3 hours? Okay. You are left with? Okay. Traveling time? 1 hour? Fine? Okay. In this you read newspapers for 4 hours? So you are left with 3 hours. 3 hours perfectly for study, only for study. No doubt about it. Here you are giving 3 hours for lectures. Here you are left with 3 hours and this 1 hour, at least 7 hours. So somehow you are related to studies. Somehow. I'm not saying that you are studying for 7 hours, not at all. But at least somehow you are related to studies here, right? Trust me, I did not study more than 8 hours, but still I could clear the exam in 1.5 years. I did not study more than 8 hours, and that is the maximum time one may need. But some of you might be extra brilliant, excellent than me, so they may need 6 hours, right? Trust me, UPSC is not about spending hours in library. It's all about what you are retaining in your mind through those 6 hours, or say 8 hours, 7 hours. Fine? How many of you joined library? How many of you feel sleepy at the stroke of 9 a.m.? You are coming to library at 7 o'clock, say 7:30, and you might feel sleepy at the stroke of 9 a.m. No? Really good thing. But I used to do the same thing. I used to feel sleepy at the stroke of 9 a.m. in the library, and I used to sleep for 1 hour till 10. How many of you feel sleepy after your lunch? Many of you? Very favorite activity? 2 to 3? Right? Very favorite? So, I also used to take this nap. But still, I could find 8 hours in a day so that I can give justice to the studies as well as to myself. Anybody wants to know about my daily routine? So I will tell you the things, because it's all about time management. I will cover it in somewhat detail. Daily routine. How many of you get up at 6 o'clock? Okay, fair. Okay, 7 o'clock, 30 to 35%. 8 o'clock, okay, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11, 1, 2, 12. Nobody. Really great. I used to get up at 6 a.m. I used to go to, anybody know SP College? Yes. I used to go to SP College. Used to do pranayam, then jogging, Surya Namaskar for 1 hour. Used to come to my room at 7 a.m. I used to read newspaper very loudly, irrespective of my room partners, for half an hour, very loudly, editorials and all. Pune Newsline, Indian Express. Then at 7:30 I used to go to breakfast. Used to go for breakfast. Coming back at 8 a.m. I used to start my study. Too early, 8 a.m. Fair enough. 8 a.m. is possible. Yeah. Anybody has problem with 8 a.m.? Yeah, they might face problem with 6 p.m. 6 a.m. But 8 a.m. is fairly possible. I used to study till 1:30. 1:30. So in between I used to take break for 15-20 minutes. But a consolidated block of 5 hours. Fine. But if you subtract some 1 hour from this, almost around 4 hours, 3.5 hours, 4 hours, I used to go for lunch. 1 hour, I used to come around 2:30. I used to sleep till 4 p.m. My choice. Anybody know Deepika Padukone? My choice. 4 p.m. I used to start studying again till 5:30. At 5:30, चहा किती जणांना प्यायची सवय आहे? Coffee? Some, okay, elite choice coffee. Okay, 5:30, 6. I used to do many things. Tea was just a reason. The other reason being more prevalent. For half an hour, I used to have a tea. Is it really required half an hour for tea? But I used to do that. 6 p.m. I used to come to my room till 8:30, and I was almost done with my day's preparation. Is it going too hectic? After 8:30, I used to go for dinner. 1 hour, no, half an hour. And the most interesting part starts here. Single. I used to come to that bridge and I used to rethink what I have read throughout the day. How many of you do? How many of you do rethink what we have done throughout the day? 1, 2, 3, only 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 11, 12 people. The most important thing is what you think about yourself. And if you are not giving sufficient time for yourself, then it's going to be really hectic for you. So what I would suggest, do give some time for yourself. Do give some time for yourself. I used to come here, irrespective of couples here, I used to face that river and used to memorize what I have gone throughout the day for 1.5 hours. Yeah, it's really tough, but for the first time I did it, I just lasted for half an hour. Then I increased the duration till 1.5 hours, because almost you are studying for 8 to 9 hours. So I think 1 hour is really required for revising the whole thing. And whenever I used to come across a situation where I don't remember what I have read through, like for the day, what I have read. Like, anybody know IMF, World Bank, IMF, World Bank, Jagtik Bank? So, if I have read about World Bank, I used to think about the functions of World Bank, when it was established, what was the purpose, what are the reforms needed there, what is the mandate of WTO, what is the mandate of IMF, everything. And in case, if I forget something, then I used to come to my room, have a look at it, so that I can revise it more instantly, and used to do some hobby work here. I have habit of reading Marathi rural stories. So I used to read Marathi rural stories for 1 hour. Is it going too hectic? Is it? Please, yeah, please come on. So my lecture is going boring? So 1 hour for reading Marathi rural stories. Anybody might have, they might have some other hobbies. Can you come up with some hobbies? Music, dancing, traveling. Okay. So I used to do this one thing, and I really believe that it really helped me to think horizontally, laterally. Because when you read something extracurricular, it helps you to know the problems of society. So that's how my daily routine was. सकाळी 6 वाजता उठून सूर्याकडे किती जणांनी पाहिले तर? किती दिवस झाले? पाहून सूर्याकडे किती दिवस झाले? संध्याकाळी चंद्राकडे पाहून किती दिवस झाले? 1 hour, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 1 day. Okay, really good thing. किती जणांनी लहान मुलांच्या चेहऱ्यावरचं हास्य बघितलं? किती दिवस झाले? रोज? Okay. So I used to find time in between on Sundays, and I used to go to gardens just to see. There was a group who used to do hip hop, and they used to perform various stunts. So I really liked their style, and I picked up some stunts there. Then I used to look at the children who were playing. We used to play there. So as a relief measure throughout this hectic week, I used to study hectic or like very hard day, like six days in a week I used to study, and on the 7th day I used to give exam, so that an introspection can be done on the Sunday. And from 5 p.m. on Sunday I used not to study, because that was my motive, because that was my routine, and I wanted some time, and I considered that UPSC is just an exam. When you are preparing for UPSC, you should also develop your personality, right? And when I am coming in front of you and talking entirely in English, although I am from Marathi background, there must be something that I have worked upon. That's why I am talking in front of a crowd of 250, right? Because I was a guy who has been a silver medalist, gold medalist throughout the speech competition, essay competition. I am a merit holder, 10th rank in the merit list at 10th, but I really admit that my English was really poor. But the moment I recognized, although I just want to tell you that I was a state topper in the 10th in the 4 merit list. I got 96 out of 100 in English, and I was state topper. But my English was so poor. I just mugged up the facts, I just mugged up the rules of grammar, and I just put score. But the real problem was the foundation was not based upon hard work and clearing the concepts. So when somebody, or rather I noticed this thing, I started working upon my English, and the first thing I did, many of you must be facing the problem of English, right? Right? Yes. I'm going boring? No. Many of you must have faced the problem of English, because when you start reading Hindu, when you start reading Indian Express, you don't understand a whole paragraph like in a one go, right? Many of you, or some might be from convent, so they might not face that same problem, but being from a rural background, I faced a same problem. So I did one thing. I started noting down 5 words. 5 words from Hindu or Indian Express, but I just want to tell you one thing, that throughout my preparation, I did not follow Hindu. I just followed Indian Express. The reason being, Hindu comes one day late, right? So I preferred something very fresh, Indian Express. And I used to have smell of Indian Express. Great, really great. And Indian Express, or rather Hindu, did not give that pleasure. So I read Indian Express because it was very fresh. It is very fresh, and that was the major reason. And I want to tell you that many of us are, or rather they consider Hindu is really important, or rather Hindu is indispensable for UPSC preparation. But I tell you, irrespective of the newspaper, either Hindu or Indian Express, follow one of these papers, and I tell you, there is no need of magazines at all. I did not refer a single magazine, whether it is CST, whether it is Chronicle, whether it is Competitive Success Hero CSR, whether it is Unique Magazine, Unique Bulletin, or whether it is Yojana, whether it is Kurukshetra. Not even a single magazine. What I did was, I had a faith in Indian Express, so I punctually followed Indian Express without fail. Many have misconception about current affairs. Many rather fear what we should cover in current affairs, right? Yes. So they are in such a dilemma that they start reading everything. They start referring Hindu, Indian Express, 2 newspapers in a day. Then they go for magazine, Chronicle, or say CST. They refer various sites. They refer Yojana. Then many people say that Unique Bulletin is really good. Then they would refer Unique, and they don't study history, geography, economy. But that is what really important for the UPSC. So they almost spend 5 to 6 hours in a day for current affairs, and they still end up doing nothing, because they only read what Indian Express said, what Hindu said, what Chronicle said, what Yojana said, what Unique said, but they don't pay attention what you are saying. And I think, in my opinion, UPSC is all about what you say rather than what Chronicle says.